All right, for all your exam aspirants out there, there's a policy that's set to completely reshape India's rural economy, and you absolutely need to have it on your fingertips. I'm talking about the National Cooperation Policy. So in this breakdown, we're going to cover everything you need to know to really master this topic.
Okay, let's dive right into the absolute heart of this policy, the one phrase that's basically the guiding star for everything else. Sakar se samriddhi. If you can nail this one concept down, I promise, the rest of it just clicks into place. So here's how we're going to tackle this. This is our game plan. We'll start with the why this policy even exists. Then we'll get into the vision, break down the 6 core pillars, and wrap it all up with a super fast revision session for your exams. We've laid it out this way on purpose, so it's super easy to follow along and take notes.
So, first things first, why did we even need a new policy? I mean, what was wrong with the old one? To answer that, you first have to appreciate the incredible scale and the sheer importance of the cooperative movement in India right now. Okay, to get why this matters so much, you have to understand the sheer scale we're dealing with. India is home to more than 8 lakh, that's 800,000 registered cooperative societies. I mean, just let that number sink in. That's over a quarter of all the cooperatives in the entire world, right here in India. That's huge. And look, these aren't just faceless organizations. We're talking about people, a massive network of about 30 crore members. That means the cooperative movement directly impacts the lives and the finances of pretty much a third of our entire rural population. It's an absolutely massive economic and social force. You see, the last big policy update was way back in 2002. Just think about it. Smartphones, 4G, massive globalization. The world is a completely different place now. So this new policy is all about getting our co-op sector up to speed, making it truly future-ready for this new, high-tech, globalized era. Okay, pay attention here, because for your exams, this definition is pure gold. It gives you the 3 core principles you can't forget. First, it's voluntary. Nobody's forcing you to join. Second, it's jointly owned. The members are the owners. And third, it's democratically controlled. And that last part is so, so important. 1 member, 1 vote. That's what keeps the power in the hands of the people. All right, so now we get the why. Let's move on to the what, the big idea, the guiding principle behind all of this. And that takes us right back to that phrase I mentioned at the beginning.
Sahkar se samriddhi. It literally translates to prosperity through cooperation. And trust me, this is way more than just a catchy slogan. It's the core philosophy. If you forget everything else from today, remember this. The whole point is to use this cooperative model to create wealth and opportunity that actually reaches the grassroots.
Think of it this way. The vision is the big, long-term goal where we want India to be by 2047, a Viksit or developed nation. The mission, on the other hand, is what we're doing right now to get there. It's about building that perfect environment, legal, economic, you name it, for these cooperatives to really take off. All right, now for the architecture of the policy. The whole thing rests on 6 key pillars. Think of them like the 6 main chapters. And to help you lock this in for your exam, we've got a super simple mnemonic for you. Here it is, your exam-ready mnemonic. Strong villages for India's new youth. It's perfect, right? S for strengthening the foundation, V for promoting vibrancy, F for making them future-ready, I for inclusivity, N for entering new sectors, and Y for shaping the young generation. Just remember, strong villages for India's new youth. Get that phrase down and you've basically memorized the entire policy framework. Okay, so you've got the framework. Now let's zoom in and look at what's actually inside the first 3 pillars, kicking things off with the absolute foundation of it all. So, pillar number 1 is all about strengthening the foundation. And we're not just talking about small changes here. This is about building a completely new ecosystem to support them. We're talking better laws, less bureaucracy, and much easier access to cash. But the real headline here, the thing you have to remember, is the focus on PACs, making them the delivery agents for government schemes. And you're going to see this term PACs all over the place. They are the primary agricultural credit societies. Basically, these are your village-level groups, the absolute bedrock of the whole rural credit system. They're the first stop for farmers needing credit. Pillar 2 is about promoting vibrancy. And this is where we shift from just support to making these co-ops real economic powerhouses. It's about helping them become competitive businesses. And this is a big one, creating a single unified brand, the Bharat brand. Imagine a small co-op making amazing honey in a remote village. With this brand, they can suddenly sell their product with a mark of trust all over India, and maybe even export it. Next up, Pillar 3, making cooperatives future-ready. And this is all about one thing: technology. This means pushing them to adopt modern tech, like a new digital platform called the Cooperative Stack, to bring all their data together. And they're plugging them into huge e-commerce platforms like GEM, which is the government's online store, and ONDC. The idea is to transform them from old-school local outfits into slick, professionally managed, tech-driven businesses. All right, that's the first half. Let's move on to the next 3 pillars, which are all about making this movement more inclusive, diverse, and ready for the next generation. Pillar 4, promoting inclusivity, is really about making sure this movement looks like the real India. So you see a huge push to get more women, more young people, and folks from SC/ST communities, not just as members, but as leaders. And I love this part. They even want to start teaching about cooperatives in schools, embedding this idea in our culture right from the start. Now, Pillar 5, entering new and emerging sectors, is where things get really exciting and forward-thinking. The goal here is to help them break out of just farming and credit. We're talking about diversifying into renewable energy, affordable healthcare, microinsurance, even waste management, all these modern high-growth areas. This is about making sure co-ops are relevant for the next 50 years, not just today. And finally, we come to Pillar 6, shaping the young generation. And really, this one is all about you. It's about building a talent pipeline, creating standardized courses, developing skilling programs, and even a national digital job portal, all designed to make working in the cooperative sector a cool, attractive career choice for young, talented people. Whew, okay, that was a lot, I know. So let's do a quick fire round. We're going to recap the absolute must-know facts, figures, and concepts that you need to have locked and loaded for your exams. Okay, this slide is your golden ticket. Seriously, screenshot this right now. The vision: Sakar Save Samriddhi, to make India a developed nation by 2047. It replaces that old 2002 policy. The scale: massive. Over 8 lakh co-ops, 30 crore members. The foundation: PACS. The mnemonic: strong villages for India's new youth. And the key buzzwords: cooperative stack for tech and the Bharat brand for marketing. Got it? Good. And let's wrap up with a thought for you to take away, especially for your mains and your interview. Remember, this policy isn't just something you memorize for an exam. This is a real-world tool for changing lives at the grassroots level. Start thinking now about how you, as a future administrator, would actually use this framework to bring development to your district. That's the real test. All the best with your preparation.